Okay, welcome everybody on our first podcast. We've got a lot of ground to cover. With me here are Dictator, Mahoishi, Prismatic, Stephen Magnet, OSKat, and Pinkie Scratch. Okay, let's get this started. So, how are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Doing fine.
Pretty good.
Same shit, different day.
Nice. Okay, let's get started with the peacekeepers, because pretty much everybody here except for Moi is a peacekeeper. So let's talk about that a little. Let's exclude Moi.
What do you want to know?
Yeah, I think it's interesting to know how we solve things, how we make decisions, all that.
Well, first things first, we got to talk about that new rule.
Yeah, we can start with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
everybody, listen up. There's going to be a new rule. Well, it's already online. And it's about explicit content. Because there are a lot of ponies who post pictures that are technically not against the rules yet, but are really borderline. So there will be a new rule that is slightly more strict. Which means, well, it cancels out any... Yeah.
Spoilered pornography.
Yeah. So,
Anything that might be considered overly saucy.
yeah. Ponies in obvious sex positions or other signs of them having sexual activity.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing.
So do I. It's this. If people are only going to post this kind of content, there's other websites for this. I think we're generous enough having, a not safe work section on the forum. So, if they can't simply stick to that, then they might as well just, take it in a private conversation if they're just going to have overly sexual roleplay.
Exactly.
That and
Yeah,
the
there's-
site's
there's
meant for
pony
people
chains.
13 and up.
They can just start a Steam group over it or something. I don't know. They don't have to use PonySquare explicitly.
Basically, if you want your pony porn, go to Reddit or Tumblr.
Exactly. So yeah, that's what the new rule's about.
Also, we haven't even introduced ourselves yet.
That's true.
That is
So-
true.
Okay, I'm just going to go through. Let's start with Steven. Steven, how are you doing? Glad to have you here.
Thank you. And I'm also glad to be here. Though, I honestly don't expect you to not have me here because who wouldn't want me?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, let's keep going. Dictator Mahoishi. Your turn.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Yeah, he was held at gunpoint.
Remember not to put any racist speeches in here, Dictator.
Yeah, I won't.
You're implying things.
Okay, keeping up. Pinkie Scratch. Nice to have you here too, last minute, but I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, sorry for making everybody wait.
It just builds tension, it's great.
Yeah, I gotta love that tension.
People tend to work great under stress.
Yeah, that's just you.
Yeah. Okay, then there's Prismatic.
Hey there.
Hello. Nice to have you here too.
Glad I could be here.
It wouldn't be the same without you.
Sure.
Come on, a little enthusiasm.
More enthusiasm.
I'm the
Oh,
pony of the shadows. I mean, I feel like
Shadow
I
pony.
don't know I'm coming.
So you're Batman.
No.
okay. Okay, and last up, OSKat.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Okay, and then there's me. Just silly old me. Okay, glad to have you all here. So we covered the new rule. Yeah, I think it would be a wise thing for all of us to apologize for the website downtime. I hated it myself, and I bet a lot of you guys did too. So yeah.
Yeah, I've been all across tons of chats apologizing.
Yeah.
You go
I mean,
ahead.
I even had to apologize on the Twitter.
I don't think we updated to Facebook about that yet. But still, it was a bummer that the server was down. Terrible.
Yeah, from what I know, it's supposed to go down again later today once we start the server transfer.
We'll get on that too.
But hopefully we'll be having a much more stable server after that.
Yeah.
It should be much more stable, as well as it will be moderated by the people that have the server, so we won't
Managed
have to
by the
worry
people.
about
Yeah, not
Raindrop
moderated,
not being
managed.
around to fix the problem.
Ah.
Yeah, and it should work faster for people in America, which is a good
yeah.
thing too. Not to be discriminating against people that don't live in the United States, but the majority does. So there you go.
The majority does discriminate against people?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Then
Sadly.
again, I don't think the majority know that the servers are even located outside the U.S. to begin with.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm completely fine with this.
Okay. Steven approves, which means I approve too. Cool.
The Steven seal of approval.
Yeah. Let's put a stamp on there.
Makes everything awesome.
Yeah. So the server moving, I think that's a really good thing, because I hate it when the server's down. It really, it slows everything down, you know?
I think the majority of the people on PonySquare shares that feeling with you,
Yeah.
including myself.
Yeah.
You start going through withdrawals.
Yeah, it's like, I need my hit, come on.
Yeah. When I can't log on PonySquare, I kind of feel like a teenage girl that can't access Facebook.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think that would describe the situation.
PonySquare?
Come on, I want you to upload pictures. Yeah, so I think it's great the server's moving. Okay. So, cover that. Now I think let's just talk about a little about what we do, because there are a lot of people here right now. A lot of people are peacekeepers, but there are different. There are different teams. We have the peacekeeper team, the development team, the PR team, which means public relationships team. I didn't know that at first.
Oh, hold on. It's pony relationships, man.
Ah, damn it. Ah, God.
That sounds like some very cheesy dating website.
Yeah, it does sound like a cheesy dating website.
Okay. I
No,
like
pony
pony.
to ponies.
I like pony relationships. Okay, so those are the teams. Do we have a member of each team here right now? We don't have anybody on the development team, right?
No, I'm development.
Yeah. Cool.
The
All
rest
right.
of us are all peacekeepers.
Yeah, I think the only one here who's not a peacekeeper is Moi, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Moi.
Sounds like me.
Oh, God. So yeah, let's start with the peacekeepers, the moderators. Who wants to talk about that? Let's start with Pinkie Scratch.
To be honest, I don't really know what to say.
I'm so flattered. I don't know what to say. I want to thank my mom and dad.
Mom, Dad. My laptop.
But I think it's really interesting that when you're a moderator and you know the rules are all written down and you're supposed to read the rules before you do actually actively start doing stuff. And I think it's shocking to see how many people misbehave in quite a...
Yeah, it's mainly because they just don't read the rules. They don't
Yeah.
realize.
Yeah, I think the amount of members who don't read the rules is bigger than the people who read the rules but just don't care about them.
You see,
I think the main problem why they don't read the rules is because the location to the link to the rules page is in a bit of a poor area.
Yeah, that's true.
It does need to be moved.
Yeah, for people who don't know yet, at the moment the rules section is all the way down. You gotta keep on scrolling, and on the bottom right of the page, there are a few words. One of those words says rules, and if you click that, you get to the rules section. So
Or-
have fun reading that.
Or simply type in PonySquare.com/rules.
Thank you,
That's
Steve.
what I usually do.
Yeah.
Well, I like scrolling.
Also, make sure to bookmark it.
Yeah.
Though,
'Cause it
to
does
be
change
perfectly
periodically.
honest with you guys, I never really read the rules when I actually signed up for this website.
Steven, just get out of here.
It's just that I know how to act civilized.
Yeah, well, you're a sea serpent, so we'll just give you a pass for that.
Yeah, I'll just, if you guys, ban me or anything, I'll just call it racism.
Yeah. Because I'm a dragon, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
For a while, there were no written out rules when that began. Too much.
So yeah. So read the rules. It's the most
it-
sensible thing to do, right?
Seems like
Yeah, it is.
OSKat's mic's really quiet.
Don't
Yeah.
be a Steven Magnet. Read the rules. No trouble.
So yeah, while we're on the topic of moderating, how do you guys find moderating? How do you run into problems often? People who disagree with your choice of treatment. Let's
Oh,
just go
all
with
the
that.
Our
time.
decisions.
Yeah.
We run into that all the time.
Yep, too often.
Well, it usually depends on what it is. Eventually, if they complain, if we give them a warning and remove if they, for example, post Rule 34, and they start complaining about it, it clearly states in the rules that it is not allowed. And then all we have to do is say, haters gonna hate. Get over it. But sometimes it's a little bit more subtle. And a bit more complicated in terms of the situation we can get ourselves into. So,
I've had a few situations where I got a user that likes to talk back after I make a judgment upon whatever they post.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they fight it and act like it though they didn't do it, they didn't mean to, and I'm like, right, why'd you post it?
I've had a couple of people threaten to sue the site after I warned them.
Really?
Yeah.
America!
That's sad.
Actually,
I've
they
had
were
a few
Canadian,
people-
I think.
Oh,
Hey, Canada is America. come on.
Canada.
Canada.
Canadian.
Blame Canada.
I've had a few people where I don't even warn them. I just ask them to just stop, and they just get so expletives at me. I'm like, well, then I gotta warn them.
I
Yeah.
remember warning two people once. They were in arguments. They were using such explicit language between each other and just throwing such. Yeah, it's I can't even utter the words. And when I warned both of them, one of them replied to me later on saying that, "Stop pretending to be a moderator, Steven."
Yeah, well, Steven, I have to admit, but when I hear you talk, I wouldn't believe it either. It's hard to take you serious.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that and most of the time they don't even realize that we're actually moderators.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I mean,
because
a few of them
tend
actually
to-
take the time to look at the page, go look under our info to see that where our status is that we are moderators.
Yeah.
Well,
But most
on
of
that-
them just don't bother.
Well, on
Yeah,
that
but
Peacekeeper
still, I
is that-
think.
The other thing I want to say is that people don't know what peacekeepers are. We never said peacekeepers as a moderator.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
they've got some people who only know that I'm a moderator because I'm in the same user group as Luna.
Yeah. Yeah, but still,
All
I think.
moderators are known as peacekeepers now.
Yeah.
It's just simple name change.
Yeah.
Still,
But I think you don't have to be involved with a peacekeeper to obey the rules, right? I think
no.
it's only sensible to read the rules and to obey them.
Yeah, essentially.
I don't know. I have had some cases that I sent a message. Hey, you posted explicit content. Just an example, and they're really kind of like, oh my god, I didn't know I couldn't do that. And I said, okay, here's the link to the rules page. Read it. I'll delete the picture. It's fine. But sometimes in some cases, I know it's like the 100th time they've done that, and I come on, grow up.
Yeah, they just some people, even though they're warned, they just keep repeating the offense, and when they actually do get banned, they usually, if not always, seem to throw a hissy fit over it.
Yeah.
And that's essentially where all the drama comes from.
Yep. Oh well.
Also, didn't you have some questions in store for us?
We'll get to that. We're just generalizing right now.
Okay.
While we're at generalizing, let's talk a bit about the development team.
Ah, yes.
Sorry, boy. Don't even know what Moy's voice sounds like anymore.
Oh, yeah, I've been quiet over here.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, development team. Let's talk about that a little. I don't really know
Alright.
what you guys are working on right now or what you do. I don't really know who the developers are even. Well,
Really? Okay.
so, what keeps you guys busy?
Technically, I'm not working on anything right now, me personally, but
Shame
Dom
on you.
is working on a new chat system, as far as I know, to replace the one that we already have.
Neat.
And that's pretty much the only thing I know about.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have a website of my own, and I can only guess as to how you guys handle the server and whatnot.
And Raindrop's the only one with the power.
Yeah.
Power.
It would be good if, one or two more people actually had access to it, because
Oh man, we've brought that up so many times in the past 3 weeks. It's ridiculous.
I can imagine.
It's like every time the server goes down, we go, oh great, Raindrop tripped over the cord on his way to bed.
Turn the lights on, damn it. Okay, well, interesting to know that, because I had no idea what you guys were up to, honestly.
If I'm correct, the dev team also just recently released a new theme, as every
Yeah.
pony should probably be
Yeah,
noticing.
I've
Yeah.
heard about that one.
I
Yeah,
believe it was Twilight Sparkle that released it.
Yeah.
yes.
I think everybody noticed that, and I think Twilight deserves a compliment for that.
I love the new
Yes,
theme.
I like
I
the
thought
theme.
it was amazing.
Let's give it up
There's a new
for
theme.
Have you not noticed? There's a new theme.
Steven. Yes.
No, I am completely oblivious and ignorant.
So I've noticed. Okay, PR team. That's just me and Moy, right?
Yep.
Okay, nice. So yeah, I don't know. It's been a little bit. It's been quiet. The PR team, right?
Yeah, honestly, no one even knows what we do.
Yeah, I think that's a terrible thing. Everybody needs to know what we do.
I mean, we've had some plans thrown around. Like, I'm in the middle of working on the newsletter,
Yeah.
and
I'm working on a podcast. I don't know if you guys have heard about it.
oh no, not at all.
No, it's gonna be.
We're doing it right now, aren't we?
Shh,
You
spoiler
don't
alert!
say.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
So yeah, that's what we're working on. And what the PR team basically is about is to we write anything that needs to be written. This is advertisements, newsletters, anything.
We need to start making shirts and mugs that say PonySquare on it and sell it on PonySquare.
Obviously.
No,
And,
in other words, you just go around with copy pasta and you spam forums.
Yeah, if somebody knocks on your door at 12 in midnight, it's probably me trying to sell you coffee mugs. And it's basically our job to make us more well known, and we are desperately working on that.
Yeah, we've
really
been throwing around the idea of going to conventions and setting up booths at them.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna go through or not, but I just got a phone call.
Ah, put him on weight.
I declined.
Oh, you.
Well,
So, yeah.
I've been talking to Raindrop about doing some advertisements for Everfree, which is coming up here in Seattle
Yeah.
this August.
You know,
So
Yeah.
we should be seeing advertisements for that on the site soon.
If I get enough money, I was gonna go up to BronyCon and set up a booth there.
Yeah, same with me at the Grand Galloping Gala.
I might do some advertisement here over in Sweden.
Yeah, Everfree up here is basically our BronyCon. It's a 3-day event.
Yeah, well, I'm going to the Grand Galloping Gala in August in Stuttgart, and it's Grand Galloping Gala basically. It's a gala, and it's a hip hop business in Europe, I think.
Yeah, but it's all the way over in Germany. I would love to actually go there, but I don't really have the time or the money to do so, even though it's not that expensive.
So basically, you're just cheap.
Yeah, essentially.
Steven, just I can't emphasize enough how lucky you
I'm
are.
sorry, because I actually value my education.
Who needs education
Actually, no, I
anyway?
don't. I'm just lazy.
You know, education is probably the worst argument for not going there, as it's in the middle of summer holiday. Come on. You're so lucky there's a screen between us right now.
You
Okay.
saw right through me.
So, yeah, that was the PR team. Oh yeah. Let's just discuss general things. Let's just talk about the site, because Moi can't really talk about the peacekeepers. How do you like the site generally?
Well, if it weren't for all the 502 errors and, you know, the occasional delay, this is by far the best website I have ever used.
Oh,
You know,
for
I-
sure.
I-
This
I'm-
basically
I'm
replaced
advocating
Facebook
it.
for me.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
this website it has everything I want with a website. A nice, smooth layout that's, you know, easy on the eye. A lot of features that, you know, can keep you occupied for a while. Designable profiles, all these small details that simply add up and, you know, just makes it just a general more enjoyable experience.
Yeah, I extremely love the site. It's amazing. It definitely replaced Facebook for me. But one thing I want to see on the site that I've been trying to get Raindrop to talk to me about is making a Flash game page where people can send Raindrop their own Flash games that they've created, and we can post them up on the site for people to play.
Oh,
Porn everywhere.
that would be a nice addition, actually.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah. Okay, let's.
Yeah, there is already a single player games with by the chat thingy, but it's not really. I know what you're getting at.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's simple like chess and Battleship. It's like, hey, somebody want to play some tic-tac-toe?
Yeah.
Well, this is the only social networking site I've ever actually used, so I've got nothing to compare it to.
Prismatic is.
Well, I never really used Facebook, so this is sort of a start, I suppose.
This is all new to you.
Yes.
I've had to block Facebook on my router multiple times so far, so like, yeah.
Terrible. So yeah, good to know everybody enjoys the site. A quick
If I
question.
didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't have applied.
Don't be a smartass.
I only used Twitter so that I could, you know, read people's emails.
I'm interested though. How did you end up at PonySquare?
Flank book.
Funny story, actually. It started off with me just browsing Tumblr when my buddy Circuitry, he's a Ronin musician. He makes a lot of music with people such as Mike Microphone and Jack Lap and all those people. And the thing is, he spontaneously messaged me on Skype one time and just redirected me to his Tumblr, where he had this post saying that PonySquare is such an awesome website. And I said, what's that? What's PonySquare? And I thought, yeah, I'll just give it a try, and I registered, signed up. A bunch of random people I have never met before, including Princess Motherfucking Luna, just adds friend request and saying, oh, I'm here if you need anything, blah blah blah, etc. etc. And I thought, wow, what a friendly community, and I just registered. How the heck did they even know that I'm new and everything? I checked out.
Here's the thing about that. When I joined, I was looking through the internet. I was just looking up My Little Pony for the fun of it, and I came across it on Google. And when I signed up, I didn't get any friend requests whatsoever.
Aw, poor you.
Alone.
Well, see, I used to visit Flankbook to where it says, we've moved to, we joined up with PonySquare, joined there. And so when I got here, I looked and I was like, I don't have on my OC yet, so I posted a picture of a giant triangle as my profile image. And I remember, Princess Luna's comments like, hello, Mr. Triangle. I was like, hi there. Yeah.
So what's your story, Pinkie?
Yeah, I got into it after I got a message about it on Facebook.
Also,
as soon as I joined, I had 5 different requests instantly, and I'm like, oh. All these welcomes and everything.
Wow, that's lovely. OSKat?
I heard about it on the old Flankbook IRC channel.
Your stories all see my story look stupid. I was on Congregate and I saw this advertisement where Russian girls were looking for me, and I missed the link and I ended up here.
That's just silly.
Nah, seriously, I got redirected by a friend of mine and I ended up here. And I loved it from the start. I got about 20 friend requests in the first 3 seconds. So yeah, I liked it.
I love how in depth you can customize your profile.
Yeah, that's nice too.
Especially if you know how to program CSS code.
Yeah, so I was thinking of adding a flamingo just everywhere.
Steven,
What?
Nothing. Well, yeah, it is nice to be able to customize your profile in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, just add some HTML code with, a flamingo.
Yeah, for example. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Moy, shut the damn thing up.
Why do I keep getting calls?
You're so popular.
I envy you.
Yeah.
So do I.
Last time I got a phone call was because I was at the grocery store and my mom forgot something.
Hey, Cheery, I need to be right back real quick. You guys continue this for 2 minutes. I'll be back real quick, I promise.
Okay.
Well, when I was on PonySquare one day, I just decided to make my my OC a Dictator. just for the fun of it. And when I made the page, the Dictator Mahoishi cult or whatever, I didn't think I would get 1 member. And now I have 30 minions.
Yeah, dance my puppets.
Exactly. Of course I kidnapped Princess Cadence, but that's a different story.
Gasp.
Terrible.
Yeah. Well, when I made my OC pony, just let me make it clear. My pony is not the Cyclops pony, okay? When I made my OC pony, I didn't even know about the Cyclops pony. I made it all by myself. I drew it all by myself. So, yeah, just to get that out of the way.
Cyclops pony. I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, there appears to be a glitch. I never heard of it either until only a couple of days ago, because there appears to be a glitch in an episode at the gala, where Rarity asked two other ponies to draw the carriage to the gala, and on the right of the screen they're just so happy. Steven, you're interrupting me. God, dragons, right?
It's not bad enough I keep getting phone calls, now we got a dog.
You know, it's a good thing Luna is on the moon. I bet she doesn't get all that.
Alright, I'm back.
Sure took you long enough.
Yeah, I was a bit occupied.
Anyways,
what did I miss?
You didn't miss anything.
Talking really about OCs and stuff, and
Yeah. You
Well,
were.
about OCs. My area of expertise.
Yeah. Huh. By the way, I'm just wondering here. Who's best pony?
Every pony.
I'm with Pinkie. Instantly. No, because I got a lot of questions like that. Who's best pony? What's your favorite episode? And am I the only one who thinks all ponies are equally awesome?
I
Yeah,
prefer
that's what
Twilight Sparkle.
I think every pony's equally awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you know, if you were to remove but one pony, be it a background pony or, you know, an essential pony, it would feel like there was something missing, because all ponies throughout the show add something to the show and episodes.
Yeah. I think that even the background, they did a great job on giving even the background ponies personalities.
Quite.
Like Octavia, we only saw her once, but she became extremely popular.
Yeah. I have to say, from the background ponies, Octavia is definitely my favorite.
And then you got Colgate.
Yeah. And Bon Bon.
And Vinyl Scratch,
Vinyl Scratch.
which has
Yeah.
finally made
Doc
2 different
Oops.
episode appearances.
Yeah. Lyra?
It's
Lyra.
Lyra.
And,
Carrot
Derpy.
Top. Derpy, definitely.
Though, say you had to pick one favorite, one absolute favorite. You know, even though you like all ponies equally, say you had to pick one,
Yeah.
and one only. Which one would it be?
is that just background characters your favorite, or the main 6, or all?
No, just general.
All of them. So,
Huh.
main 6 and the background ponies.
Twilight Sparkle. Still.
I think I'm gonna go with Octavia.
I would personally have to say Scootaloo, because I can relate to her quite a lot. I was exactly like that when I was a child, except that, you know, I wasn't an orphan.
Oh. Oh, that explains it.
And I wasn't a woman.
Oh.
But outside of that, I can
Okay.
relate quite a lot.
Okay. Am I the only one here? Okay. Yeah. So, let's see, what else is there? Does any pony have anything to say that they desperately want to share with the rest of the community?
Large ham is acceptable behavior.
Large ham. Ha.
Okay.
I don't really get how that is acceptable behavior. I don't even get how it's even a behavior to begin with.
Don't question
Just-
it. It's
it's
Stephen
just
Magnet
ham.
logic.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the relationships that keep going on PonySquare.
Okay. What about
Do you
it?
think that's a fad and people are just doing it to do it, or?
Do you mean relationship statuses?
Yeah.
I think you're mostly for roleplay.
Yeah, I would agree with OSKat here. I think most of it is simply roleplay. The majority of it.
Mine's roleplay.
So, you're trying to say you're not actually married?
Now you're pretending to
No,
be
no,
in
no,
love.
no, no, no. I'm married to Vinyl Scratch as a roleplay thing.
So you're not actually married?
No,
to
I'm
Vinyl
not
Sc-
actually married. I'm not.
I can hardly describe my disappointment.
I'm married to Shograth.
Wow. Steven,
That's the
Don't
thing that I
question
think
it.
needs to get refined on this site is the to distinguish between roleplay marriages and relationships and whatnot and real life.
yeah, I have to say that I think about 2% of the relationships on the site are actual relationships.
But even that.
Most of them are just RPs.
Yeah.
Though, in reality, it really doesn't matter whether they're real or not, or, RP, because it's not our business to, dwell in other people's personal lives, now is there?
Yeah, but my inside creep wants to know.
Now, this is just mere speculations.
Yeah. Still though, that's fun too. So yeah, but I do think it's peculiar that 13-year-olds are married.
That I gotta say creeps me out.
It's perfectly normal.
Yeah, no, it isn't.
Yeah. I'm 13 years old and I'm married to another pony.
I'm a fool, and what is this?
I'm 30 years old and I'm married to a guy that's 25.
Exactly. There's definitely something not right there.
Seems legit.
Only
That's
the
not-
dead can know peace from the horrors I've seen.
Oh. So yeah.
Yep.
I think it's fun people engage that much though with each other.
I'm
Oh
still
yeah,
very
it's definitely nice. I mean, you get a lot of friends online. It's nice.
Yeah. And also for people who only just join, it's not hard to make friends.
Yeah, you can just do like,
It's very
Princess
easy.
MF Luna and just add everyone.
Yeah.
And crash your dashboard at the same time.
MF Luna has over 10,000 friends now.
Yeah.
He must be very popular.
I remember when he first got 9,000 friends. I sent him a link of Vegeta and all that
Over
going.
9,000!
Exactly.
What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing though. You get a lot of friends easily. But when my friend told me about the site, he said, keep an eye on your inbox because it's gonna be flooded with friend requests in about 10 seconds.
The thing is, I barely ever get any notifications or, private messages or friend requests whatsoever. But people still look up to me and, like to see me post because they find me funny. Yet people don't really seek me out.
I seeked you out the other day.
Oh?
Yeah.
I don't think I noticed that. Where was that?
It was on your wall.
Oh, okay.
Steven, you don't sound really grateful.
No, it's not that I'm not grateful. It's just that I just don't care.
You're just Steven, just
That's so Steven.
yeah, it's Steven right there. Steven in a nutshell.
Well, get
Pretty
me
much.
out of here.
So, What about that airline food, huh?
That airline food.
Yeah.
Yeah, peanuts.
Tiny ass peanut bags. God.
And
bag,
impossible to
yeah.
open.
Yeah. They are. And when you finally do open them, you find out there are only 3 peanuts in there anyway.
Yeah, and the fork and the knife that you get is so freaking weak that you can't even, cut your food with it.
I stabbed
supposed
the
to be-
fellow. I stabbed a fellow passenger with a fork once.
Yeah, I know that feel.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Right,
Captain-
guys? No?
Prismatic. Talk.
Prismatic, talk
What?
now!
Not what? I'm just like, bleh.
Say
Brain dead all of
something.
a sudden.
Say something funny. Amuse us.
I've only got 13 minutes left, so I'll give you that much.
Okay.
Huh.
I
Okay,
didn't
fair
think-
enough.
Didn't think 41 minutes would just pass that quickly, but it does.
Yeah, I can't believe we've been recording for 40 minutes already.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah,
so
time
push-
flies
We've
by.
actually been recording long enough now, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I
One
think
thing
so
that-
too, because we're not really getting anywhere. We're only having
We've
idle
kind of ran
chit-chat
out of
right now.
topics.
Yeah. Okay
Oh,
then.
One of the things I wanted to say, but I think I had my microphone off to the community, was like, when you submit a report, make sure you select the reason and actually type something out so I actually have something to go by, so I'm not having to mail you and relay what you're trying to get point across.
Or read
Yeah,
through
definitely.
556 comments only to get the backstory behind it.
Yeah.
That can be very tedious sometimes.
Yeah,
It is. I mean,
that's true.
I would prefer just to have the report straight and forward, and we already know what's going on.
Yeah, that would
I
be
have no
nice.
idea about any of this.
Also, don't make useless reports. Like
Moy, just get out of here.
reporting someone's comment.
If
because
it's a
you think-
report about basic everyday plot, don't report it.
No.
It's pointless. We're not going to do anything about it.
And
Plot's
don't
allowed.
report disagreements, because just because someone disagrees with you doesn't give you right to report them for attacking you. Just
It
we all
doesn't.
got opinions.
Unless they're being an ass about it.
Well,
Yes.
that too.
Yeah, Steven.
You're implying things. I
Or
hate it
am
when
I?
you do that.
I know you do. I know you do. Okay, I think that pretty much covers it for today. Alright?
Alright.
Alright.
Okay. In that case, I thank you all for coming. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you all next week.
Alright.
No, bye.
Laters.
Laters. And I hate word
Farewell,
race.
And may the force be with you.
Yes, may the force be with you.
Oh yeah. Nice ending. Goodbye.
Very.